Okay. Hello, hello. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, Leroy-san. Alright, I think I have everything set up correctly. We have our extra life goal up above. And you can find the link to it in the description. And I just added a extra little thing in for extra life. There's a link to it in my Twitch as well. So hopefully that goes well too. I do need an image for it though. I forgot I should probably do that, huh? Extra life. Give me the image. Okay. So like this, we can enter the panel, add an image here, pictures. Here's my extra life. Done. Click the image above to donate. Yay, it works. Okay, is it the same one as the Iron Lions? Or I'm not participating with the Iron Lions. I'm a solo. I'm going as a solo participant, and that's because I don't feel like I can contribute much as a group. And it's because for the joining the Iron Lions, it's more like like collab group type stuff, and I feel like I'll do collabs, but I feel like I should just go for it solo. Yeah, it's a different one. And I finally set the extra life donation. Yeah. I should probably move my donation page way down. So how does that look? Yeah, it looks better. Extra life, Discord, Twitter, followers, and my donation page. Okay, cool. Ein's posted something similar. I see. Okay. We should probably get on with today's little stream here, our lesson. I know we're like 10 minutes in, and like a good 6 minutes of that was like just me loading in. Apologies for that. I actually went to go to the washroom. My little bathroom break there. And as they say, if the teacher doesn't show up within the first 15 minutes, everyone gets to leave and go home. Please don't do that. Just stick around for class. At the very least, self-study. So, we are going to be doing more particles. Joshi. Hopefully everyone remembers that from last. It's fine, just finish Coco stream. I see. So, I don't know if everyone remembers from last stream. It's also in the description, by the way, of the stream on YouTube. Joshi. Particles. Okay. So we'll start with the no form. So we learned possessive no last time with particles. Here we have this is what's known as the pro form. So it's more about one or ones. So what does this mean? I know this might be even confusing for English speakers. So let's start with examples. So remember, this is the kanji for takai. Takai no. This means the expensive one. Dero! Hello, I'm just here to say hi in the middle of an online class right now, Lamau. Konnichiwa, Dero-san. Izo. No need to jump into this class if you're already in another class. You can join the class afterwards if you feel like it. Or watch the stream. Watch the VOD of the stream. My class is actually starting next week, so there's that too. Okay. This is the no for expensive one. Takai no. I'll stop by later if you're still streaming. See ya. Hi. Sayonara, Dero-san. Okay. Next example, atarashi no. I actually don't know the kanji for this one, so we're just gonna use the hiragana. Atarashi no. The new one. Atarashi, new. No one. The new one. And then we have watashi no. So this one's, we already know, this is technically possessive. This is mine. Which makes sense, right? It's still under the form of one. My one. Mine. That's what mine means. My one. This one thing is mine. Belongs to me. Right? Let's see. So we know about the possessive. Wait, did we cover the possessive? We did, right? Let me just pop open my notes here from last week. For particles, we covered we covered the topic marker, we covered the mo marker, ga, and o. We did not do no. Okay, so we actually didn't cover possession. Okay. Well, we get to see it now. So we see watashi no. So let's get into it. Make a little note for myself up top. That's more for me than anything else. Okay. So, no, the particle is a noun modifier. That's what it's classified as. Because it changes. I'm certain somewhere the internet can just randomly eat itself. Okay, Lyra, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. Be here if you can. So as a noun modifier, it one thing you do is possession. So as you saw above, we have watashi no. So this is equal to mine. And then we have anata no. Anata no, yours. We have ano hito. So I should probably lower this by 1 second, add in the furigana. Ano hito no. That person's. So in English we use the apostrophe here. What else do we have? And these are examples of where you stick the no afterwards, right? You have watashi, first person pronoun, anata, yours, second person pronoun, anohito, third person pronoun. We can have proper nouns too. So we can have tsubasa. I have the wrong sa, or I have the wrong character altogether. Tsubasa-san. Okay, it's not gonna look nice if I break it up like that. That defeats the purpose. Okay. Tsuba. Why does this look wrong to me? Don't use it often enough. San no. Tsubasas. Okay. And then it doesn't even have to be about people. Another example is remember this? Daigaku? Daigaku no, the universities. Okay. So this is possession, specifically possession. So hopefully everyone understands about possession now. You can have first person in mine, second person in yours, third person in that person's, proper nouns, tsubasas, or even objects, universities. Objects, locations, again, it doesn't even have to be people, as exemplified with the English here. And we use no for that. No. Another no usage of no. And let's divide this up so we know. Bring a little bit out of space here. Kimi no na wa. Yeah, that actually is a pretty fancy way of saying like your name. So kimi no. Kimi no. Kimi is another way of saying your. Na means name. Your name is. I know in English we call the movie Your Name, Kimi no Na wa. The direct translation is actually your name is. Because the wa, Kimi no na wa, that's the particle wa. So that is your name is Kimi no na wa, and we can actually write that down. We'll go way up here. Yeah. Kimi no. I believe na is like this, right? Kimi no na wa. your name is. Alright, let's look at what's another way of using no, which is the referential way of using no. And for some people, the English might not be clear when we say referential, but once we hit the examples, I'm sure we'll understand. Referential. So what do you mean by referential? Well, here's the first one. Ko no ke tai. Ko no ke tai. This cell phone. Kono keitai. So, kono keitai, keitai, kono keitai, kono keitai. This cell phone. Keitai denwa is the full. Otherwise, you can just keitai is a short for cell phone. We can also call it cell. So note is we use ko for this, and remember what this is in Japanese, right? Kore, this. We take off the second part and we add in the no. So ko, which means it's gonna be so, an, a, and do. Remember for kore, sore, are, dore. Kore, sore, so kore, this, sore, that, are, that over there, dore, which. So they all play a role here. So kore, keitai. Kono keitai. We can have sono ringo. That apple. Chugoku. Chugaku. That middle school. I remember I learned that Chugaku is middle school. And then ano is that over there, but in English we don't say that over there. It just means we just say that middle school. And we know that this is with ano, we know that a is saying that over there, not just that. And then dono hikoki, hikoki. Hikoki. And for those who don't remember what hikoki means, it's airplane. So, which airplane is dono hikoki, hikoki. Right. So this is the referentials. It's instead of being possessive, so we're not saying, it's not, kono keitai does not mean this cell phone belongs to this. It's not dare no keitai. It's not whose cell phone. It's this cell phone. So referring to a space. In other words, this object or this something is in this location, belongs in this location, or not belongs, but it's like it's currently taking up this location space. Referential. Kono, sono, ano, dono. We use no. So this next one is kind of like possession, just a little bit, but instead of possession, it's what's known as apposition. It's like giving a status or a title to a person. So, let's give some examples. So, this is known as the appositive, I mean. Appositive, the appositive. Why is it that when I'm writing specifically in this class, I'm breaking lead left and right, but in my Spanish class, I broke it like once? What is that? It's weird. That's really weird. Okay. The appositive. So what is the appositive? Let's do the easy one here. Should we learn the kanji for this? We could. Magic. So I guess we could. So let's learn the kanji here. I'll write out big words so it's easier to see. You have most of a box, and there's something inside that. And then next to it, you have this. Isha. Doctor. You see where we're going with this now? Isha no I'll just keep using myself as the example, eh? Tsubasa. Hope everyone remembers this kanji combo. Sensei. Isha no Tsubasa Sensei. So what does this mean? Dr. Tsubasa. Dr. Tsubasa. So I did the abbreviated form, but it's, yeah, you can write out doctor. So Sensei here does not really mean teacher. It doesn't mean teacher at all, actually. So with the no, we're saying Tsubasa Sensei. Isha no Tsubasa Sensei. So this is Dr. Tsubasa. I really can't think of an English equivalent to this, or how to explain this using equivalencies. But essentially, we are the no, there's no real way of saying it. This is just how we say Dr. Tsubasa. Dr. someone. Since it's not just teacher, professor, someone who is like a figure that teaches or spreads knowledge. Doesn't even have to be a teacher, just someone who spreads knowledge of something. You can call them sensei. Next up. Let's see. Artist. I love that face, my friend. I love that face. Another example is actually Nihonjin no tomodachi. Nihonjin no tomodachi. A Japanese friend. So this is how do I say this? It is not. You would not say this to say I am a friend of a Japanese person. You would say, this is how you would say this friend is Japanese. Nihonjin no tomodachi, a Japanese friend. Nihonjin no tomodachi. America-jin no tomodachi. Canada-jin no tomodachi. Konkaku? Kankoku-jin no tomodachi. No, it's pretty much that, yeah. It's, to show the difference between possession and a positive in this specific scenario. It's not possession. What we have here is not possession. It's not the Japanese person's friend. No, this isn't the Japanese person's friend. It's a friend. It's a Japanese friend. Harg Mentor. Hello. Konnichiwa. Yokoso. Yokoso. Welcome. A friend that is Japanese. Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, a direct comparative difference would be Watashi no tomodachi, my friend. This friend is mine. But isn't Nihonjin no tomodachi is not this Japanese. It says it's not because Nihonjin is like Japanese or you're confused. Nihonjin no tomodachi is the Japanese friend, not a friend of a Japanese person. Is what I'm trying to say here. If you know basic Japanese, like hiragana and some vocabulary, this won't be too confusing. But if you don't, I highly recommend knowing them first. Perhaps going back to an earlier video of mine on my YouTube channel, or if you have any questions right now that isn't too like difficult, or just any questions really, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to explain. You're learning Chinese. I see. Alright, well, I can tell you right now, the meaning behind the words are going to be very similar, almost the same, but pronunciation is going to be very different, and where you would use them would have slight differences too. Those are the major differences here. Okay. I notice stuff like that when I'm watching anime, like the word people or ren in Chinese is written the same way in Japanese. Person depending on context, really, yep. You're using rather... that's why. If only I could read Chinese. I can speak Cantonese. 中文同日本話個筆係一樣，不過講出嚟係唔同。If you, I'm assuming you're studying Chinese, then you're studying the Mandarin, so you probably have no idea what I just said. But yeah, I know I'm fluent in I'm fluent. I can speak it orally pretty well in Cantonese, but I can't for letting me read Chinese. Yeah, that's typical, standard really. Not surprising at all. But yeah, Cantonese speaker myself, so it's practically impossible. I find to find Cantonese text to speech. Do we have, is this a thing? Oh hey, it is a thing. What is it?
華文和日本文要一樣，可是不一樣。
華文可是日本話乜嘢？
華文和日本文要一樣，可是不一樣。
英語考試不一樣，不過唔一樣嚇。Yeah. So I'm pretty sure no one here has any idea what that what that voice said besides me. That's perfectly fine. That's pretty fun. A Chinese to Cantonese text-to-speech bot. I can use that. I can use that. Right. Weird flex, but okay. That's actually, I didn't know that existed, by the way. The, text-to-speech in Cantonese. I've been looking for one because I use Google Translate and it's all Mandarin. The pinyin is Mandarin, so I'll never get used to Cantonese. It's different. That's all there is to it. My family speaks Cantonese predominantly. They know Mandarin, but they speak Cantonese predominantly, so that's why I know Cantonese. Right, back to our Japanese here. Intermission over. Right, I was actually thinking about how I'm gonna word this, by the way, which is why I took such a long break here. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Ginza no mise. So hopefully everyone remembers mise, store, or shop, storefront, shop. Well, I'm gonna go watch the other lessons on your channel from the start. If you have any other questions, just feel free. I'm here to answer. I'm here to learn, but I'm also here to help. I don't know. Woman, but oh man, what is this?
我們不一樣.
Yeah. Leroy, the thing about what you're saying is what you're typing out is that speaking wise, you would almost never say that or like that. There are certain characters where you would just never, or for way of speaking, you wouldn't say that. It's like in a formal context, it's very weird to say it that way. So I guess reading, it's fine, but and that's a funny thing about Chinese. Written is different to spoken for both Mandarin and Chinese and Cantonese. So there's written Chinese, but then there's spoken Chinese. There are two different things. So back to this. Mise, shop. Shop. Ginza, Ginza no mise. This means a store in Ginza. Ginza no mise. Store in Ginza. So well, and by that, Leroy, I mean specifically Chinese, the written language, to either spoken language in Mandarin or Cantonese. It's different to both. So Chinese is interesting like that, where the written language, so in texts, stories, law, anything written in Chinese, there's a different way of, it is done so in a specific format. There's a specific way to write it out, but when spoken, you do not speak it directly. It's not like, it's like in English, if this is absurd, but what was bar in Japanese again? Bar? Do we have a cover bar? Are you talking like bar isn't like a bar counter, or you know, like going to the bar to get a drink? Are you talking about that bar? Because I think a metal bar. Bowl. I think is very specific words for this, like a tavern bar is an izakaya. Are you trying to say you want to go to an izakaya, like a place where you like grab a beer, have some snacks with your friends, that kind of location? Because that's an izakaya. Okay. Let's learn some new words here with an old one. He, ko, ki, no, kipu. Kipu. A plane ticket. So new word here, ticket. Kipu. 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 Hikoki no kipu. Alright, another example. Let's practice our katakana here now. Really, it's for me, but... Terebi no news. It's not zoo, news. News. TV news. Television news. We're live now as the... I don't know, this is very Canadian. CP24. Which is our Channel 24 news, by the way. Very local thing. Non-Canadians won't get it, I think. Okay. Nihon kara no fune. No. Fune. Nihon kara no fune. A ship from Japan. So fune is ship, kara is from, and then Nihon is Japan. A ship from Japan. Okay, final phrase. Okay, without me saying anything, and when I hope some people got what this is. Alright. Yo ro pa e no ryoko. Europa e no ryoko. Travel to Europe. Europa. Europa. This is Europe. Europa. And then is our location particle. We briefly covered it a long time ago, not last week, a long time ago. Briefly covered it. And ni are the direction to particles, so to Europe. No ryoko. Ryoko. Travel. Travel to Europe. So let's do a bit more some examples that to exemplify how this could be confusing and why you want some context into what you're saying, and to show what happens with a lack of context. Okay. All right. Can anyone who I don't mean like this is just for people watching like a VOD or something, by the way. Anyone who reads this, Kodomo no hon. What's the saying? You don't know. There's no correct answer to this. No context, no correct answer. You could say, oh, the child's book. Sure, that's one way of reading it. Kodomo no hon. The child's book. For some other people, they'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean the child's book? Doesn't this mean books for children? Yes. Both. Remember, no works as both a possessive and a positive. So we have the child's book, Kodomo no hon, or books for children, Kodomo no hon, pronounced the exact same way. Remember, no is not just for possessive. The appositive also works, which is why if you lack context, both are correct. Both are correct interpretations. But in English, you can tell very easily they mean very different things. With possessive, you're saying that specifically this book belongs to that child. But if you're doing the positive version of it, you're saying that these books are for children. Children books. This is why context is important. Very important. Let's see. There's another one here. Let's move on to another example. This one's a bit easier to show because it is a comparison between two things. We have. Hope everyone remembers this kanji here. Tokyo no Daigaku versus Tokyo Daigaku. So this one's easier to show the difference of. We have a this is definitely more like it's like a possessive, but essentially this means a university in Tokyo. A university in Tokyo. Whereas down here, Tokyo Daigaku, Tokyo University. So this is the actual university, Tokyo University. Prestigious. And then you have just a university in Tokyo. So any university in the city of Tokyo. That's what this top one means versus Tokyo University. And then we can show the multiple different no's. We can show multiple different no's in the same sentence here. And this is an example of combining multiple no's into one phrase. Kono Nihongo no Jisho. So we have two no's. One's a referential, kono. Does every prefecture have their own university? I do not know. I believe so. But I'm not certain. Akita, Aomori, Chiba, Ehime, Fukui, Fukuoka, Fukushima, Gifu, Gunma, Hiroshima, Hokkaido, Hyogo, Ibaraki, Ishikawa, Iwate, Kagawa, Kagoshima, Kanagawa, Kochi, Kumamoto, Kyoto, Mie, Miyagi, Miyazaki, Nagano, Nagasaki, Nara, Niigata, Oita, Okayama, Okinawa, Osaka, Saga, Saitama, Shiga, Shimane, Shizuoka, Tochigi, Tokushima, Tokyo, Totori, Toyama, Wakayama, Yamagata, Yamaguchi, Yamanashi. Think so. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait, I don't remember seeing a Kyoto listed there. Okay. No, Kyoto was there, yeah. Yeah, no, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. So, for this little example here, we have this Japanese dictionary. Kono Nihongo no Jisho. Here's something that you can say that is confusing, but can be correct. Remember proform, right? The first thing we covered with no? Proform? For those who forget. Proform. One or ones. You can combine that with other forms, like possessive, for example. So instead of saying an expensive one, for example, the one there, we move that over to possession. So you can say watashi no no. Sounds ridiculous. There's no real good equivalent besides mine. Since in English we omit whatever you say is mine as we reference it. And it becomes omitted. And we don't say mine one. But you can say watashi no no. Hey Yuki, pretty fingers. Thanks. Take that as a compliment. There's a bit of a history of my fingers, so no one needs to know about that. Welcome, yokoso Yuki-san, yokoso. Right, so watashi no no is something you can say as long as you know what you're saying, what you're replacing with no here. So let's say I want to say watashi no kuruma. Watashi no kuruma. My car. Watashi no no would be if you can replace the car with the pro form of no and say watashi no no, so my one, which makes no sense in English. This is basically practicing and teaching at the same time. Yes. I'm basically reviewing myself, my notes, or the notes I have access to. And while doing so, I do it on stream. So anyone who wants to join in with me can learn alongside me. And I have VODs on my YouTube channel and Twitch, because I do stream this on Twitch as well, as you can see. So there are archives, VODs that you can watch, and other people can go back and reference and look at it too, because I like to take my time, do things slowly, answer questions when they appear, just be slow about things in general, and go at my pace. But like if I wasn't going at my pace, I just wanted to say this right now, I've covered maybe 4 days worth of material in the past 9 streams, including all my tutorials. My tutorials are basically kanji, because in my notes, I'm actually skipping over a section, which is reading comprehension. What I've done so far are the lessons, so the theory, like basically rules about things. I've covered the kanji. I have not covered reading comprehension. So basically what that is, large lists of, or not large, it's just paragraphs of stuff. You read the paragraphs, and then you answer the questions associated with the paragraphs. I don't know how to transition that, or translate, how to work that into my stream properly. I did get a suggestion. Pull up a newspaper article online in Japanese, read about it, and then read it on stream, I guess. And that might be a good way of doing it. But, yeah, that would require a different class, or a different stream altogether. There's no way I can cover that alongside what I'm doing right now, as my lessons usually take up 2 hours, and then my kanji practice themselves are like an hour for 5 words, for 5 kanjis, roughly speaking. So, I'm very slow about it, but if I wasn't like streaming it and wholeheartedly just trying to learn, it would be very fast, very fast. I'm taking it super slow though, and streaming it does help me take it super slow. Alright, so we covered what the next part of this a long time ago, but we can do it again. Slight review. We're back to quantifiers. Count words. Quantifiers. And we're going to go over some more commonly used ones and commonly used ones and easy to remember stuff. So, quantifiers, this is for general counting and H. General counting and H. So whenever you want to count something up to 10, this counting system goes up to 10. After 10, you have to use a different counting system, specifically meant for those objects or whatever else you're counting. But up to 10, we have a general counting system that you can use. So for 1, which in kanji is like this, you would think it's ichi, which is the kanji, but for here, it's actually hitotsu. Hitotsu. One. Actually, I don't even need to do the equals. We'll do a 1-to-1 for the numbers. Hitotsu. So one object. Hitotsu. Hitotsu. So let's say kono hitotsu onegai shimasu. I'll have one of this. 2. Futatsu. 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 2 of something. 2 of something. 3. Mitsu. Mitsu. And there's a small tsu. For those who don't know Japanese, the small tsu is basically a pause, and in the Romaji, you write out as this. So mitsu is, ooh, that's a bad M. Mi, and then tsu. You double up on the next consonant. Mitsu. Mitsu. That's what the small tsu is for. And we can actually see that in the next number. Number 4. Yotsu. Oh, I should probably have a space. Yotsu. So here it's Yotsu. Yotsu. Five. Itsutsu. Itsutsu. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of it. Is there any way to make it easier to remember? Not really. If you know the numbers, the counting system, then it actually makes this a little bit harder, in my opinion. Trying to know hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu, knowing itsutsu is 5. It's a bit weird, to say the least, but that's just how the count system is. Then we have mutsu, mutsu, mutsu. 6 things. Mutsu. 7. That is not how you spell that. This is a tough one to write. I'm not gonna lie. Because it looks like a katakana character. I think the easiest way to differentiate the two is having a hook at the bottom. Something like that. Nanatsu. 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 7. And that's a big tsu, not a small tsu. Big tsu. Nanatsu. 8 is yatsu. Yatsu. 9 is kokonotsu. Is koko... No, it's a kokonotsu. It's kokonotsu. So this one kanji is kokonotsu. And then 10, to. No longer tsu, it's just to. 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 That's number 10. No tsu, none of that. 10 likes to be the odd one out. It also has a sense of finality to it too, by not following the trend, the pattern. It's like, this is it, this is where you stop. To. So that's the basic count words that we've covered a long time ago, and hopefully people use this. It's the frequently used comment count system. If you want to buy like a cookie, it was just say hitotsu onegaishimasu, and you point towards the cookie, or kono futatsu onegaishimasu. You like have 2 bags of chips. You take both bags out, futatsu. You show them the futatsu, or you point towards something behind the counter. Mitsu onegaishimasu, or mitsu kudasai. Please, I want 3 of those. Alright. Where is my ruler? What? There it is. Alright, when you're trying to count people, the people counter. People. We use ri or nin for people, person. These are suffixes. Hence my little suffix dash here. So it's something and then ri or something and then nin. To show an example, one person, we say hitori. Hitori. It's like hitotsu, but instead you use hitori. And there is a kanji for this. I guess I wrote down the kanji too. Hitori. Pronounced hitori. The kanji stays the same throughout. Hitori. The kanji does not change. The pronunciation of it changes. So, hitori. Futari. And then once we hit 3, sanin. Sanin. It's not sanri. Sanin. The 3 is only for hitori and futari. 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. Sanin. And then this continues like yonin, so for example, yonin, etc., etc. It just continues. So to count like something really thin, paper, a record, not a book. Books are different, but pages in a book. Yes, I think. So paper, record. I think rulers too, because they're thin, long and thin. We use the my counter. My. Ichimai. You keep falling asleep. Leroy, go to bed. Nenasai. Nenasai. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Nenasai. Neru. To sleep. Nenasai. Nasai is a command phrase. Nenasai. Go to sleep. Nimai. Nimai. Two things. Two pages of paper. Two pieces of paper. Sanmai. Sanmai. Three pieces of paper. Yonmai. Four pieces of paper. Etc. 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 Don't want to sleep. Dude, sleep. Nenasai. Onegai shimasu. Nenasai kurasu. Nenasai. Nete. Neru o. Onegai shimasu. That's probably not the right way of saying it, but still. Okay. Vehicles. So cars. Trains. We use die. Die. Ichi die. Ni die. Sandai. And etc. etc. I'm not even gonna go for 4 at this point. Satsu. This is specifically for books, if you're counting books. Satsu. Satsu. One thing is Isatsu. Isatsu. Then you have 2 ni satsu. Oh, I should write ni instead of saying the kanji here. Ni satsu. I'm actually gonna skip 3, 4, etc., etc., because I want to skip straight to 8, because 8 is also differently this time. Unlike the other ones, 8 is like 1, So it's ha satsu. Ha satsu. Ten is actually also like that. Jusatsu. Jusatsu. So each satsu, ni satsu. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 all follow the same format here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 all follow the normal number. So san satsu, yon satsu, go satsu, roku satsu, nana satsu, kyu satsu. But then you have hot satsu, which follows one format, and also jusatsu. That's books. Okay. So next is actually our book. We covered this. Hon. Bon. Hon. This is for long, thin objects, so pencils, bottles. So we actually covered this already, but we can cover it again. Am I even... Okay. Okay. Right. Have I been spelling things wrong? I feel like I've been spelling things wrong. A little bit, right? So there are kanji for all these count words, by the way. Just haven't been using a lot. I just haven't been using a lot of them. So this is I, hon, ippon, ippon, ippon. I feel like for these, it's actually better if we don't use the kanji. At least initially. We'll use it later down the road. So, I, pon, 1. Then we have Nihon, like Japan, except instead of Japan, it's 2 things. It's a count word. Sambon, Yonhon, go home. Roppongi. Nana hon. Ha pon. Q hon. Ju pon. So notice for 10, ju pon, there's two small characters here. The U for ju, and then the pause, ju pon. You also need the small tsu. Ju pon. So this is 1 to 10, and then we actually do 20. It's actually really easy. Actually, let's do 20. So the example I have here is 25, and it's actually a really nice number. Hello, Ainz. Yokoso, Ainz-san. O genki desu ka? So for 25, we actually have Niju go home. So let's break down what's so special about this one over here, number 25. Well, first, the hon follows the reading of the final number. This being 5. Hai, genki desu. Ine, ine. And then 10, as you can see here, we actually, because it follows the pon, it's ju-pon. But here, because it follows the go, it's before the go, it's ju-go. So the 10 has the u again, and then ni is in the beginning. Niju go home. Niju go home. 25 things that are long and thin. Pencils, bottles, 25 bottles, 25 pencils. Niju go home. Enpitsu. 25 pencils. So it's a bit. So just know this is very formulaic. You have the number. And then the count word that associated with the final digit of the number itself. So this in kanji form would look something like Niju go home. Something like that. Niju go home. And the pronunciation of the home bit is based on what number it's following, or what number it's before it. In this case, go is 5. Hiru meshi o tabeta kara chotto nemui. Ah, okay. Oishii desu ka? Ine. Okay. So this was a long display of examples for hon. Pencils, bottles, long thin objects. I think ruler applies for this one, actually. Onigiri. Ah, onigiri. After this, I'm actually going to go downstairs and microwave a pizza for myself. And it's an old pizza. It's a Canadian slice of pizza. Bacon, pepperoni, and mushroom. Just one slice. It's the final slice. God, it's from Pizza Hut though. It's so good. Okay, our next count word is for a cupful. Like a cupful of coffee, a cupful of water, milk, etc. Is hai, bai, and pai. I'm sure people recognize pai at the very least because of kanpai. Kanpai, cheers. Pai. You have eat pie for 1. For 2, we have ni hai. For 3, we have sanbai. For 4, we have yonhai. For 5, we have gohai. For 6, we have roppai. Roppai. For 7, we have nanahai. For 8, we have hot pie. Yeah, I wrote that really poorly. Number 9, we have Q high. And then for number 10, we have juke bai. And these are for cupfuls. How many cupfuls you want? Or there is. I think this deserves more space. This next little bit that I want to cover. When you want to ask how many nine. So this simply replaces the number value. Non nin, non mai, non dai, non satsu, non bon, non bai. So I guess the best way to figure out what you think of it like if you were using the number 3, because we have the ending here for the number, so it's like san. So with something like hon, we would say bon, the b, we use the b. Same thing with hai, with cups. How many cups? Non bai. Non bai. Non-bai for cups, cupfuls. So, now we can finally, now that we've covered like a number of count words, let's show how we can use these in a sentence as an example. So remember, this is our bunrei example sentences. Use this from kanji a lot. Okay, we have kino hon o isatsu kaimashita. Kino hon o isatsu kaimashita. So if we add the kanji into this, we can rewrite this out in kanji, in full kanji. So I'll even write the count word kanji here, since we can see it here, by the way. Kino hon o isatsu kaimashita. Ki oh, I'm out of lead. Alright, let's add in a piece of lead. Kino hon o isatsu kaimashita. I bought a book yesterday. This is what this sentence means. I bought a book yesterday. Skill pill! Skill pill-san, yokoso, yokoso. Konnichiwa. So let's show you how you would not write this out, or not say. You would not say, remember to put a star next to what we define as wrong. I want to learn Japanese. Alright, take it one step at a time. This is lesson number 9, as you can tell from my title. I have VODs, so you can check them out. Especially if it's on my, you can check all the VODs on my YouTube channel. I do have a playlist for it. It is, under my Japanese lessons section of my playlists. Wildcat's Classroom, Japanese classes. Here, I'll give you a direct link on it. And we start from the alphabet, and we go from there. They're pretty long, because I like to take my time with it. If you want to blitz through it, you can do that as well. You can just keep fast forwarding if you wish. Right now we're covering counting. Uh-huh. So right now I'm showing how you would use the count word, isatsu, which is a count word for books, specifically books. So here you would not say kino itsatsu no hon o kaemashita. You would not say it that way. So compare the differences in these two sentences here. Kino, up to this point, is same, but then here it says hon o isatsu kaemashita. We've shifted the count word to the beginning here, so this is over here isatsu instead of over here isatsu. That's wrong. That is incorrect. You would not do that. The count word comes after the object being counted. So hon o isatsu kaemashita. Because you're buying something, how many? The how many portion comes after the object that you're counting instead of before it. Let's do another example. Biru, so beer, o nanpai nanban ban nanbon no mimashita ka? Okay. Biru o nanbon nomimashita ka? Let's break it down. Biru, beer, o, our object marker here, so we know beer, something is going to be affecting the beer. And since we know we're using count words, we know the next part is going to be our counting number. Nanbon. How many? And we learned that above. Nanbon. Nan. And then we have our verb. Nomu, to drink. Nomimashita ka? To drink. Okay, so to answer this, we would say, or would we say, I should say, Roppon o nomimashita. Drank 6 beers bottles. Drank 6 beers. Would you say this? No. Why? This. We do not use the particle marker. take this out. Take it out. 6本 nomimashita. We say that. 6. I drank 6. You just give them the number. Don't add the particles. Don't object marker the number the number that you've drank. Number being used. Okay, I'm gonna cover this, and then we'll come back to the last bit of this next time. But this last bit is what I just want to cover last. So the count series, the general count series, is known as the Japanese series because we use itsuka, futsuka, mitsu, itsu. Let me see if off the top of my head, I can't say it right. We have itsu, or hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu, mutsu, nanatsu, yatsu, kokonotsu, to. After this, it's what's known as the Chinese series because you count it using Chinese numbers. So 11 would be 10-1, Juichi, 10-1, 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, etc., 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 etc. So, for things that don't have a specific counter associated with it, you use the general Japanese series for it between 1 and 10. Afterwards, you use the Chinese series. In question, as to exemplify this, well, first when you know that ikutsu is used for questions. Ikutsu. So we have isu ga ikutsu arimasu ka? Arimasu ka? Isu means chair. So ikutsu arimasu ka is for questioning number of chairs are there. So how many chairs are there? How many chairs are there? Oh. Or how many chairs do you have? I think you can also, it also means how many chairs are there, but you can say how many chairs do you have, or itsuka, ikutsu arimasu ka, and if I want to say I have 4 chairs, for example, with the general counter, you would say yotsu arimasu. I have 4. You can ask someone how old they are by saying oikutsu desu ka? O ikutsu desu ka? Remember the o here? This right here is for being polite. it's formal. You could say it's ikutsu desu ka? Ikutsu desu ka? How old are you? Oikutsu means the same thing, but you're being polite about it. How old are you? Never ask a lady this unless when you want to get slapped. So as an example, we'll use a nice number. Nijuichi. Nijuichi is a nice number. 21. Nijuichi desu. I'm 21. 25です。24です。23です。So, notice, it's not yotsu anymore. We don't use the tsu counter. And there's no count word here either. Notice it's just a number. 21. It's just a number. That's it. This is why it's called the Chinese count system. We simply use the number and that's all. Okay. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I don't want to drag this on for too long. 2 hours is kind of like the good time. The good amount of time. I know 6 minutes of this 2 hours was the intro, and then well, I'm pretty much skipping out on the last 6 minutes here too. But about 12 minutes. I think that's about fair, right? Because like even in university courses, you usually end 15 minutes early, and that's usually the class. So I know we didn't cover a lot. It was really just the no particle and then some count words. But I hope this was rather informative, and this is what we were trying to do for today. So thank you everyone. Arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. Ashita. Schedule 見ます。はい、schedule はget rid of that. はい。明日は土曜日です。土曜日日本語のトゥトリアル。原子力ナイトフェスティバルは終わりから明日のゲームは何でしょう? What should I play? We'll see. I'll figure something out. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. Something will be there besides Gensokyo Night Festival because I finished that instantly at night on Wednesday night. Played it. It was like an hour long, and that was it. Minecraft at night. I should be fine. Maybe more Mahjong Soul. I'm not sure. Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is tonight, by the way. So we'll see. Maybe do more Dark Souls. Who knows? More Minecraft? Like even more Minecraft? Lots of Minecraft? We could. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna probably start streaming more, like just on Twitch, and perhaps throw some highlights onto my YouTube channel. But I know YouTube, aside from like these streams, doesn't like me streaming certain games. Like, I deleted my GTA 5 stream I had yesterday. So, I'm like, okay, I guess I don't stream GTA 5 onto YouTube. I'll put highlights if I get any highlights, but I don't even have highlights. I love GTA 5. It's so much fun. But yeah. Once again, arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. Raishu. Next week. Raishu mata. Sayonara. Bye bye.